Okay. My name is Biko Osur. I do represent Honorable Alison Chelaite, an elderly 91-year-old, former mayor of this town, a former MP Rongai constituency, and also a former member of the cabinet. Alison Chelaite of late has undergone a few challenges with respect to her own properties, properties she acquired over time, having worked at Kabarak and having worked as a civil servant in this country. Through these acquisitions, she's just about to lose everything at the instance of children and people she raised up, person she raised up together with her late husband, Elijah Chelaite, who died about 1 year ago. One, Edwin Kiprop, has subjected our clan to grave humiliation, forcing us to take this matter up in court to protect our interests. And just about 2 days ago, invaded the land on which her property is situated, vandalized, destroyed, and barred cultivation exercises from being done during this cultivation season. It is clear that her bills are skyrocketing in the hospitals because she's been unwell, though very steady in the mind. It is clear that some of these duels at family level have the ugly face of having to be fought through the court corridors, with documents and titles being forged and cases fictitiously being filed, ostensibly on our behalf. It is on this basis that one advocate Matano confirmed that he never filed any case, more particularly ELC number 329 of 2023, which was craftily and clandestinely filed by the accused persons. It is these titles we are seeking to recover and to have this matter resolved once and for all and amicably so. Today we were in court and we are asserting the rights of this elderly citizen, and more particularly a deep interest in trying to have her protected against interference and malicious damage of her property by some of the accused persons, but in particular one accused person who's becoming problematic, and we have to deal with him decisively in terms of protecting the rights and interests of our client, not just to property, but even to dignity. Having raised them up, having fed them, having supported them, it would be gross to assume that this should go lying and undefended. Chelaite has got friends, the ones she has in parliament, who have been very supportive. Zipporah Kitony, fellow parliamentarians, MP for Naivasha, has been very supportive. Honorable Musa Sirma, and all these friends of ours she served with in the Assembly, National Assembly way back, as well as those councillors with whom she served as a mayor of this town. But that's besides the point. The question then is, what does the law state about such properties? Why would children who are supported want to scam or take away justly earned properties from a person who is this aged, female, and a very hardworking citizen? Some basic decency should have guided their conduct towards our client, and it is that basis upon which we are fronting the prayers we've made before the court today. The matter comes back next week for further directions, and in particular, the question of bond and bail to one of the accused persons who's tampering with our client's safety as well as peace at home. The persons before court were welcomed into Chelaite's house. They are not her biological children. And out of kindness, she raised up the children of her relatives, supported them, educated them, made them successful. They are fairly well-to-do people. What is getting into them, in particular one, the others are not as vile. There's a particular one who is very gross. He's a police officer. It's called Edwin Kipop. He's the one who's trying to create all this mayhem. The other accused persons are fairly good people. And I think they were all enmeshed into the problem out of the conduct of one. Looking at it deeply, they are collaterals to the illegal exercises being conducted by this very one. And what is appalling is the fact that she gave them those that even their parents would not have given them, because she has given them land, she has given them income, she took them to school, and even employed them. This particular one is a police officer because of Alice and Chelaite. Without her doing it, he certainly would not be where he is. He was picked at around grade 5, a class standard 5. That's a small child. Having been raised in this house, is now abusing the trust and the investment our client injected in him when he was growing up. And that's what we are also feeling a bit agitated about. When someone gives you her best, she had the option of saying, I don't need you around. Why is he trying to destroy an elderly 91-year-old who's pleading with him to surrender all her title deeds and properties? But he seems to be playing games around with this. And that is the unjust end that we must fight in court. While she would have sat down, probably next to elders or next to their family members, and even just himself seeing that this is a person who fed me. Why is he biting the finger that fed him? Educated him, clothed him, and employed him. Why is he doing that? And that is what we are agitating and saying it cannot go on. Why it actually not for public outcry? The same forum as this, our client would probably be destroyed totally. Because at that age, you are so vulnerable, anything can happen to you. And yet this is a wealthy Kenyan who deserves to enjoy the fruits of her hard work. But a fraudster is trying to take advantage of the situation. And it is our industrious dedication. And with zeal, we will pursue him to the last end. Because he cannot take away what belongs to our client unjustly. That is unequivocal, and it's an assurance we will serve with diligence.